While I understand your client would like to categorize the words and actions of their sales agent as just puffery in order to avoid creating an express warranty, the UCC is clear regarding the circumstances that create an express warranty and the fact that express warranties cannot be disclaimed. Your client holds that the statement made by the sales agent that the Chef Master is the finest gas stove on the market classifies only as puffery. However, to classify as puffery, it would have to be a representation that, quote, a reasonable person would not take seriously. And here, in the context of a high-end restaurant owner looking to purchase a stove, the expression that this is the finest gas stove is a statement that would be taken and as a reasonable person would be taken seriously. Commentators have held that anyone who says he can consistently tell a puff from a warranty is a fool or a liar. And this is where the difficulty lies. It's difficult to say whether the sales agent was making a statement of fact or is merely making a puffery. Additionally, in two other instances, the sales agent affirms a fact that the stove can handle, quote, the most delicate sauces. Both of these affirmations came in response to a direct inquiry by my client as to the stove's ability, with one of those responses directly affirming the ability of the stove that was required for even the most precise temperatures and even at that lower temperature. And I think that's where the focus is, that lower temperature. Now, under the UCC, my client only needs to show her reliance on the representation of the sales agent and that those representations were made prior to the contract in order for there to be a presumption for the statement becoming a basis of the bargain. Accordingly, these affirmations made by the salesperson were made before there was a contract. My client relied on those statements in order to purchase and enter into that contract. Therefore, these affirmations became the basis of the bargain in the contract between my client. Now, your client relies on the statements in the brochure and the contract to disclaim the sales agent's statements. However, as comment 1 to section 2-313 explains, express warranties rest on dickered aspects of the individual bargain and go so clearly to the essence of that bargain that words of disclaimer in a form are repugnant to the basic Dicker terms. Now, we have the brochure and we have the contract that both talk about specifications of temperature and such. And here, the statements made by the sales agent do not contradict the agreement between the clients. They do not contradict the contract. The contract specifically disclaims any implied warrant of merchantability, and it adds the express warranty that the stove is fit for the temperatures as described in the brochure and in the specifications. There's no contradiction between what the sales agent promised and what the contract promises. There's only a clarification and an explanation. Therefore, because the sales agent has clarified by saying, yes, it can handle these lower temperatures, and explains it can handle these lower temperatures, there's no hindrance, there's no inconsistency between the statements and the contract. And because there's no hindrance to the introduction of the sales agent's statements, the parole evidence rule would not hinder those statements to be brought into court. The court could hear those statements and would be able to find that an express warranty was created. Now, as a means to resolve this matter and in the interest of both parties, with my client's interest being primarily on getting a stove that can handle these lower temperatures for creating her delicate sauces, my client would like to suggest an arrangement where our clients partner together. It would be in the best interest of your client to create a stove for these high-end restaurants that can simmer at low temperatures to produce these delicate sauces. So I think that this partnership could be beneficial to both parties. The the clients would work together in my client's restaurant. And as part of this arrangement, my client would be provided with various models and upgrades of the Chef Master Extreme at no cost. Additionally, she would be reimbursed for the cost she's already spent to acquire the Chef Master Extreme. Your client would work with my client and her restaurant chefs and design a stove that could handle those precise temperatures needed for the delicate sauces. Now, for each stove that was designed and then sold as a result of the partnership, my client would ask for a percentage of the sales price, and those terms could be worked out later in a separate agreement.